Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your man Tucker, the conversation starter, and welcome to On the Table. We're jumping into it today without an intro because this is a topic that isn't long but poignant, and that is relationship hopping.
Please, go on.
You don't see it a lot when it comes to men. So, ladies, this will be primarily addressed to you. In case you don't know what relationship hopping is, it is going from one relationship to the next, so on and so on, with no break or very little in between. That is a very dangerous thing to do. My sister in law, Lady J, the licensed therapist, oh, I'm pretty sure that she is going to see this video and going to have a bit of a fit, for lack of a better word, because I'm going to talk about the mental side of things just from my personal experience and watching others. Whereas she would go into the whole doctorate psychology of it. So, Lady J, forgive me ahead of time. There are women, and again, some men, that jump from relationship to relationship for various reasons. And in my life, I have had the privilege to work around and work with a lot of women. And one of the reasons that they do this is that they don't want to deal with themselves,
You have my curiosity. Now you have my attention.
whether it is a troubled upbringing, some kind of past trauma. Usually, when you have women that relationship hop, it's because they don't want to deal with whatever that is inside them that they're running from.
Mm-hmm.
I know a woman who, from the time of high school, and they graduated a couple of decades ago, from the time of high school till now, they have not been single for more than a couple of days. In that time, over 20 years.
Damn!
And we're not talking about, okay, one bad relationship to the next. We're talking at least 5 different times that they found the love of their life. And now they are in a loveless relationship. In my opinion, from my vantage point, I believe that after every long term relationship, you should take some months to yourself. Because when you've been with somebody for years, whether you know it or not, you have made changes to yourself, not just physical. Those things are relatively easy to adjust. It's the mental aspect of it. Things that you did on a regular daily basis that simply became part of your life. And now you need to unlearn some things. When you have had a very long term relationship, a multi year relationship, it is time to step back, assess, and see what about you has changed for the negative and the positive. What lessons can you take from that relationship and improve yourself or disprove things that you may have believed about yourself in that relationship that you see aren't aren't really true anymore, if at all, if ever. Because everyone, men and women, you make compromises in a relationship because you're dealing with another individual that isn't you. So the way it should work is you make compromises, they make compromises, and together you build a relationship. Well, once that ends, you have to learn how to operate yourself and your life mentally without that. Now, as I said, one of the reasons that people relationship hop is they are trying to run from something internal. Another thing is you have people that are simply terrified to be alone.
Really?
It is literally that simple. They have to have somebody there with them because alone is something that they simply cannot deal with. Even if the relationship is horrible, if it is as toxic as Chernobyl, they would rather have someone there when they come home and walk through those doors than have nothing at all.
Wow. Wow.
Now, some people would say that that drives a person to rapid loneliness and depression coming home to an empty house. I can see that because being as single for as long as I have been, I can see how having no one there can wear on you because there are times when I wish that I had somebody here to share a bad day with or to share a triumph with. So you have those people that are in relationships simply because they don't want to be alone. And I believe the final example I want to use here is very similar to this previous example. You have people that are in relationships or relationship hop, not just because they are afraid to be alone, but because that is what they attach their value and self worth to. They don't feel like they are valuable. They don't understand their worth unless they are in a relationship. That is extremely sad because what you end up doing is having pseudo relationships, relationship facades. And that is really, really sad when you see someone or you see two people in an absolutely loveless relationship. One person wants to go, but the other person can't let them leave because their entire life is wrapped up in being with someone else. So what do I think about all this? What do I have to say? It is quite simple and it will be very difficult for the people that I'm referring to. And that is learn how to be with you. When the relationship comes to an end, when that long-term relationship ends, learn how to be with you. Learn how to appreciate yourself. See how you've maybe grown or matured, changed. See what things have improved or worsened in your life because you don't want to take a broken, shallow, hollow version of yourself into another relationship. You should really stop and see why you actually want someone. Why do you want a relationship? Why do you want to be with somebody? Is it for love and is it to find a helpmate to be with somebody that understands you and gets you? Because if it's not, you're with the person for the wrong reason. Look back over your life and see, man, I've never been single. I hopped from one love of my life to another love of my life to another love of my life. You might really want to
Stop it. Get some help.
talk to someone, talk to a professional about that. Because in that process, what you end up doing is not only making yourself miserable, but making the person that you're with miserable too. Whereas neither of you might not be able to explain why things went bad, are bad, or feel wrong, it is because someone in that relationship isn't who they say they are. And sometimes it's not intentional. They just honestly have never taken the time to learn how to be with themselves.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So learn how to be with you. Look at your relationship history of life and see, have you been a relationship hopper? Are you where you really want to be? Or are you there out of some ulterior reason, some perverse motive? Are you there out of fear or self-worth? Or are you there because you genuinely want to be and you feel the love? Take an evaluation of yourself, because I often say self-awareness is one of the most underrated skills that people can learn.
I'll say amen to that.
Well, thank you for sitting down and having a little conversation with me. Before you go, drop your 2 cents down below, leave a comment, and let me know what you think. Tell me what your opinion is on relationship hopping. Were you a relationship hopper? Are you one currently? Do you know people that have relationship hopped? If you like this conversation, hit that like button. If you really dug it, hit that subscribe button, press that notification bell, and you won't miss the next one. So until the next time, keep the conversation going. I'll see you.